And good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome around the globe to Kangen Water Radio, featuring the Kangen Water Health and Information International Call, where we consider, clarify, and often correct the conventional wisdom around Kangen water technology, the different machines, the science behind the water types, uses, and benefits, the testing process, the maintenance and cleaning of the machines, and much, much more. We also explore a plethora of other topics as we teach, promote, and discuss the three-pronged approach to health and wellness: hydration, detoxification, and complete macro and micronutrition. I am family physician Dr. Lisa Battle Singletary, your virtual keto coach, and I will be joined by my co-host and fearless leader, Mr. Terrence Hope, an Magic 6A distributor extraordinaire, and together we bring you the best of both worlds. This is call number 383. We're talking about diet and the immune system today. I got some great stuff for you today. Before I start, though, before we get started on today's topic, I want to begin with an apology, a correction, and a juicy, awesome resource. So the apology was for the last call. I was just completely discombobulated. I love that word. I hate being it, though. But I was discombobulated. And so in the outro, I gave the wrong dates for the call. So the correction is, and a lot of people thought, oh no, they're going back. No, the call days are Wednesday and Saturday. And we will be here as you got notified today. And I love those of you that are here. You're still following us, even though there are changes. So on Wednesday, it's on the Dr. Lisa Health Zoom. And on Saturday, it will be on Kangen Water Radio Zoom. And on Saturday, it'll also be Facebook Live. This call will be put up on Facebook as a replay a little bit later. So you won't miss anything as long as you keep getting the notices. So here's the third thing, the juicy, awesome resource. I really want your email addresses. And one of the things that I can do if I have your email addresses, and I have some of you, is I can send you resources. Now, those of you who were on the last call, I hope you agree with me that it was an awesome call with the wonderful Anita Prendergast. Had to say it right. And I spoke with her after the call, and we were talking about her the question that someone asked during the call about getting teenagers to eat more vegetables and stuff like that. And so she agreed, or she agreed graciously to send us 3 recipes for sneaky smoothies. Ooh. And they are sneaky, let me tell you. And they look delicious. I haven't made them yet. I'm not a smoothie girl, but they look delicious and healthy. And also, she gave as a bonus, she gave instructions on how to use the same recipes, how to modify them just a little bit and turn them into ice pops or freeze pops. And so what an awesome way to get healthy stuff into our kids. So if you know I'm communicating with you by email, you're going to get it. So when I send you the replay of this, whenever it's available, I will also send you that resource. But if you're not on my email list, I would love it if you would email, text me and give me your email address, or email us at kwnation7 KWNation7 at gmail.com. That's KWNation7 at gmail.com, and just ask for that sneaky smoothie resource. We've also got the good food, bad food list. We've got, we can send you the call topics log that has all 380 some calls at one click availability. So we want to be able to shoot you some good stuff. So thank you for all of you who have joined us today. Thank you for following us, following along. Just it's our desire to give you goodness, to give you value, and I'm glad you're here to get it. So we are fortunate on this call to have our own juicy, awesome resource. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to have our amazing, vigilant, consistent, and persistent Mr. Terrence Hope, a Magic 6A distributor extraordinaire, to join us on the call. And Mr. Hope, if you can, let's see. Okay, I see your screen. So
Sure.
Awesome. I'm going to mute. You are good to go.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Singletary. Thank you, Dr. Singletary. And thank you all for coming to our call today here at the Kangen Water Health and Information Call with Dr. Lisa Singletary and, of course, Terrence Hope. And I'm so glad to be here. You may not see me today by video as I'm on location, but I am going to share with you some of my slides just as we go over some of the health topics regarding the function of the Kangen water machine, just as a quick review and summary as we go over them every week to remind people what Kangen water is, how it works within the body, and how to properly use it for your best health benefits. Yeah. So once again, Terrence Hope here, 6A in Magic Kangen Water Distributor, here co-hosting with Dr. Lisa Singletary, MD, and so glad to be here. Yes. So a quick summary before Dr. Singletary goes into her health topic for today on Kangen water. And we remember, what Kangen water's motto is: change your water, change your life. Something we all hear about all the time. Yes, because Kangen water is a health benefit to the body. Um, we give just a brief some sample of one of the Kangen water machines here. Many of us know the Kangen 8 and the SD501. Here we're showing the Kangen water SD501 Kangen water machine and the different types of water that it produces. 8.5 to 9.5 for drinking water, neutral clean water as they call it, acidic pH water known as beauty water, strong Kangen, which is 11.5 pH water, and strong acidic water for sterilizing surfaces. And so we remind everyone, as we do each week, about Kangen water. What is Kangen water? So many of our calls have been audio only. And now, of course, with the advent of the great invention of Zoom that everyone's been on, we can actually see the words as I spell them out: electrolyzed reduced water. So what is Kangen water? Kangen water is an electrolyzed reduced water, and this is a water that's produced in a particular process. Here, I also highlight one of the major features of the Kangen water known as molecular hydrogen. So Kangen water, as we always let you know, is defined as an electrolyzed reduced water. And what is electrolyzed reduced water? Electrolysis is the process that produces electrolyzed reduced water. So electrolyzed reduced water is produced in a process known as electrolysis. So you see the wording headings: electrolyzed, and then electrolysis. And what is electrolysis? Electrolysis is a process where electricity, once again, comes in direct contact with water. Yeah. So electrolyzed reduced water, the process made through a process known as electrolysis, where electricity comes in direct contact with water. And what does that look like? So here we have our water molecule, H2O, and kapow, here we have electricity hitting water directly, as an example. And when you have water and you hit that with electricity, you get a restructuring of or production of different molecule structures within water, all beginning with H2O. Some of those molecules are called hydroxide ions, others are hydrogen atoms. They structure in different ways, um, and make different formations. Something I pulled recently from a publication known as Science Direct under an article titled Trends in Food Science and Technology from February 2012. It talked about more of the different elements that are in an electrolyzed reduced water. And just in brief, I'll read. It says here active hydrogen, mineral nanoparticle reduced water hypothesis. As a common mechanism in electrolyzed reduced water, water is reduced by electric energy, rock energy, or other energy to produce active hydrogen and mineral nanoparticles. Hydrogen atoms produce hydrogen molecules, which are weak reductants, but can function as hydrogen, electron donors. Mineral nanoparticles sustain reduction energy, we'll talk about that, because they gradually dissociate to mineral ions, releasing electrons. Mineral nanoparticles directly scavenge um, O2 and uh, by catalysis mechanisms. Mineral nanoparticles stimulate hydrogen atom release from many organic substances such as antioxidants and methanol to enhance reductibility or reducibility. Mineral nanoparticle hydrates can release hydrogen anions, which can function as a reductant. What is all this really saying? It's talking about the different elements within an electrolyzed reduced water that allow for an antioxidant effect. So we see there's many different things going on, which we'll go over in different talks in more detail, that deal with the antioxidant um, molecules that are produced in an electrolyzed reduced water process. So the key factor we want to take away from Kangen water is that it is an antioxidant water, and it can help to neutralize toxicity, and which will help your body to eliminate toxicity, neutralize free radicals, and detox your body at an optimum rate. The whole goal here is detoxification and antioxidant. What are we looking for? We're looking to get to a point where the body can be more self-healing. So when we can maximize detoxification, we eliminate those toxins that would hinder the body's ability to function properly or to maintain its proper regulations. When you have high toxic levels in the body, you can also have high inflammation levels, and these high toxins can cause an imbalance in the pH and a dysfunction of the organs. The body is self-healing. So as long as you've got proper hydration, proper detoxification, or antioxidant effect, as we keep calling it, and proper energy and nutrition levels, your body can function normally. I give this illustration of the animals in the wild because, as you heard me talk so many times, we noticed that the deer, the elk, the antelope, the here we have foxes and squirrels, and across the great jungles of the world, you've got lions and tigers and bears. But we know that they are all pretty healthy, and if we contrast them to our own human health history, we'll notice that in the last century or so, humans have had an increase in the number of chronic illnesses, from diabetes to high blood pressure to kidney failure to heart disease to chronic pain to neuropathy to blah, da, 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 on his list. But look out here in the wild. These animals uh, uh, exhibit none of these symptoms, none of these diseases do they have. So while we are at the top of the food chain, these woodland creatures have experienced nothing we've had. So these animals are in the wild while we are in the houses. In the houses, the humans have diabetes, high blood pressure, cancers, uh, kidney failure, and the like. There's no dialysis center that any of these animals are running over to get their blood cleaned. They're not taking any number of medications. They are not riddled with health problems and debilitated. We never see them crippled walking in the wild. Yeah. Um, and why is that? Because they're eating produce and protein and drinking water that's available, which is really the only thing that the body is designed to have. Cute little bunny rabbit looking at us right here. So we need to get back to origin, as is the term Kangen, meaning the idiom that Enagit created, meaning return to origin, so that our body can be self-healing. And in our self-healing state, the body is in our pH balanced state and a detox state, properly hydrated and energized, the body is more self-healing. And in that self-healing state, we can recover from different types of things. If you think about even the surface of your skin, if you get a scratch on the finger or on the hand, put a Band-Aid on that. Wait a few days to see how it's healed. But you're very well aware that the skin is self-healing. So you wait and believe that it'll heal, and your only concern is whether it leaves a scar or not. Yeah. If there is a fracture to a bone or a break to a bone, we put a cast on that so as to keep it still, so that as it heals itself, it heals evenly. Once again, we're talking about a self-healing ability. So we know already in the course of our lives that the body, at the surface of the skin and at the depths of the bones, is self-healing. But what we might not be aware of is the fact that that continues right down to the cellular level inside the body, where the body can recover internally, the internal organs, as long as you've got proper hydration and proper nutrition, and you're properly detoxed. You not have a high toxic level. This little uh, uh, um, image here is showing you a fish tank. And the concept of that is anyone ever kept a fish tank or known of someone who did, they were always uh, very adamant about keeping it clean because you cannot allow it to fill up with toxicity that could damage the fish. They're in an enclosed environment, not running freely. In the same way, our body must also stay detoxed. So we have to make sure we're detoxing our internal environment so it can stay clean and able to maintain its proper functions. As we look at this image here, you see a man here with water filling up throughout his whole body. Yeah. And so we have to remember that we require proper hydration. All the cells within our body, even the interstitial levels, require water. And without water, nothing is going to work. So we have to stay properly hydrated so we can have that proper benefit. And as you've heard me talk about so often before, here are some diagrams that show the pH levels of the different organs within our body. People have often spoken to us about Kangen water, referring to it as alkaline water. It is not, in fact, the mineralized alkaline water, but ours is electrolyzed reduced water that has various elements within it, including hydroxide ions, which are um, alkaline in nature. However, we are not alkalizing your body when we give you Kangen water. We're not making your body more alkaline. As a matter of fact, the alkaline molecules within electrolyzed reduced water don't have an alkalizing effect on the body. We are only using them as a measuring tool of the overall volume of antioxidant molecules within the water so that we understand the strength of that detoxification. So 8.5, 9.0, 9.5 are different settings on your machines, as we all know, that have a different detox effect. 8.5 is mild, 9.0 mid-range, 9.5 is the highest. So we oftentimes have to pick the level at which our body can most comfortably detox. That's all we're doing. So when you look at these diagrams, notice the pH of different parts of the body. Over here, it highlights the stomach. That could be at a range anywhere from 1.5 to 4.0, which is in the acidic range. The showing the small intestines, which can range from 4.0 to 7.0, which can be a little more neutral in pH. The duodenum or duodenum, which ranges from 7.0 to 8.5, which is more the alkaline range. Yeah. And then you look at different places, large intestines from 4.0 to 7.0. Once again, depending on the stage of digestion, the intestines can be at acidic to alkaline ranges. The stomach is more acidic. For women, the reproductive system is more acidic. So we recognize the acidic ranges in the body and that there are also alkaline ranges in the body. So we don't want to alkalize you. Your body is self-regulating at keeping its pH in the different organs as need be. We want to detox you so that we remove the toxic burden that could otherwise cause a dysfunction in the body's ability to maintain these pH ranges properly. The body is self-regulating. It runs your bloodstream, your heart rate, your breathing. Yeah, it doesn't require our conscious effort towards anything. It runs on its own. So sometimes it's a question as to um, conscious effort starts and where the involuntary ends. Yeah. So This is what Kangen water is for. Detoxing your body so it can be more free and able to maintain its own internal pH. And this is a state that will keep you healthy. Yeah. Um, so molecular hydrogen is another element with the water, and I'll end here. That where you've got two hydrogen atoms that come together, and these are pair, and your body will take this element up, this molecule, ion, and convert it into energy. So when you're drinking Kangen water, you'll maximize your hydration, maximize your detoxification, and maximize your energy levels. And for this reason, one can be much healthier. And this is why we recommend that you drink Kangen water for all its health benefits. I make a lot of science references so people have other articles they can go to look up information about the Kangen water so they can see it from different perspectives dealing with different types of health issues so that we don't have to make any medical claims here. You can look up the subject of electrolyzed reduced water and understand more about what Kangen water is as an electrolyzed reduced water. Just going forward, you can always contact us here for those who are seeing us in the future live on Facebook or on YouTube at kangenwaternation.com, kangenwaternation.com. In the US, 866-526-4368. You can call us and ask us information about the Kangen water machines. In the United Kingdom, that's 0800 086 9793. In the UK, 0800 086 9793 in the United Kingdom. And in Dubai at 800 0184 589 in Dubai and throughout the UAE. 800 0184 589 in Dubai. So I thank you all for this segment of our Kangen water health and information call. And I pass the call back over to Dr. Lisa Singletary. Dr. Singletary, there you go.
Thank you, Mr. Hope. I loved uh, your sound effects of the lightning striking the water. You say kapow. Is that what you said? Yeah, I wrote it down. Kapow.
I'll leave it up on my slide. There we go.
I love it. And I love the fish tank analogy. I usually say your body, your cells in a lake.
Mm,
You know, your body is your cell. The cells in your body are like fish in a lake or fish in
mm,
a pond, and the cells are the fish,
mm,
and the pond water is the interstitial fluid.
mm,
And what happens in that pond water, you know, nutrients are there, wastes are there, oxidative stress builds up there.
mm,
But I like when you said the fish tank because um, the fish tank has a filter. And
mm,
the filter is like your body's natural antioxidants and filtering out those that oxidative stress and some of the minerals. I'm thinking of one mineral in particular, but you know, having the minerals on hand, the minerals are like the filter cleaners.
mm.
So it just, you know, I just love that analogy. So thank you very much for those remarks.
My pleasure, Dr. Singletary.
And so we're going to transition a little bit to talking about your diet and your immune system. And I have one video, a YouTube video that I am going to highly recommend to everyone. Here, let me pin myself. Hello. I'm going to highly recommend that everyone look this up on YouTube. It is only 3 minutes. It's less than 4 minutes long. It's by Dr. Eric Berg. And I just, the statistics that he gave were staggering. I know you've heard about the influence of pre-existing conditions on the health crisis of the globe of the day, but his statistics are staggering. Basically, what he says is that 99.2%, so between 99 and 100% of all deaths from that virus are associated with metabolic syndrome. Now, we've talked about insulin resistance leading to metabolic syndrome and leading to diabetes type 2 diabetes, et cetera, and how insulin resistance can be there for years or decades before you're diagnosed with metabolic syndrome. But here's some of the things that are associated with metabolic syndrome: hypertension, and vast majority of hypertension diagnoses are called essential hypertension. What does that mean? That means the doctor has no idea why you have it. So they call it essential hypertension. The other types are from other causes, but they don't know the cause. Okay. Um, Cancer, polycystic ovarian syndrome, heart disease, dementia, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, insulin resistance, lipid problems, and eventually type 2 diabetes. All of these are related to metabolic syndrome, and all of these are pre-existing factors related to an increased, dramatically increased risk of death from this virus and serious complications. But I'm, you know, we're looking at the most serious complication. So I was thinking, as your virtual keto coach, not necessarily in a keto mode, but I was thinking, what uh, what dietary strategies can we use to nourish and support our immune systems? So I looked up some, I just wanted to see what some of the current thinking is about diet and the immune system. And this video popped up, and guess what diet shows up more than any other diet when you're talking about diet and the immune system? It's the keto diet. So I didn't intend for this to be a keto call. And actually, I'm going to give you a resource. It's not a keto resource, but here's the title of the video. And again, it's on YouTube by Dr. Eric Berg, Berg. How keto protects your immune system. Now, just think about it. If all of those diseases or all of those permutations of metabolic syndrome are related to what we've talked about, insulin resistance, well, you decrease your insulin resistance, you decrease your risk. So, but again, this was a powerful, powerful 3 minute and less than 4 minute video. How keto protects your immune system. Okay. So also, what did I want to share with you? Okay, so there's an article on healthline.com. I love me some Healthline. And it's called 15 Foods That Boost the Immune System. And when I saw that article, I was like, I wonder how many of these 15 foods are going to be keto friendly. Right now, the Dr. Berg got me all in keto land. So I'm going to quickly list these foods. You can look up the article at healthline.com, healthline.com. 15 foods that boost the immune system. Here we go. Immune system boosters. Feeding your body certain foods may help keep your immune system strong. If you're looking for ways to prevent colds, the flu, and other infections, your first step should be a visit to the local grocery store. Plan your meals to include these 15 powerful immune system boosters. Okay, let me do a disclaimer. Please, disclaimer. We do not diagnose, treat, cure any diseases on this call. Okay, I mean, we don't make claims. And the other disclaimer I want to make is you really can't trust that all of the foods, no matter how local, vegan, farm to table, organic, we do the best we can, right? But there's no guarantee that the nutrients that we're looking for are going to be in that food, because there's no guarantee that those nutrients are in the soil. They're not in the soil, they can't be in the food. So these are, when I'm talking about the ideal specimen. So if you go to the Great Pacific Northwest, where they have volcanic eruptions and have soil that's enriched from deep within the earth, the mineral deposits in the earth, it's a little bit easier to shop there and be assured of your nutrition than it is in some areas where there's no selenium in the soil, or there's no, you like, remember Rocky Road ice cream. The minerals in the crust of the earth are arranged similarly to the ribbon of chocolate in, not Rocky Road ice cream. What's that ice cream? Fudge Ripple ice cream. It's similar. The chocolate is not everywhere in that ice cream, just like the minerals that our bodies need are not everywhere on the surface of the earth. Okay, so that disclaimer having been said, and the other disclaimer, let's look at the 15 foods that boost the immune system. Number one, oh, look, they even put a disclaimer here in the article. An important note: no supplement will cure or prevent disease. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, number one, citrus fruits. Most people turn straight to vitamin C after they've caught a cold. That's because it helps build up your immune system. Vitamin C is thought to increase the production of white blood cells, which are key to fighting infections. Almost all citrus fruits are high in vitamin C, which, with such a variety to choose from, it's easy to add a squeeze of this vitamin to any meal. Now, how much vitamin C do you need? You're going to hear different numbers. This article, and this is a problem as far as the RDA, the recommended daily amounts. When we see a chart of the RDA, that is like the minimum so that you don't get scurvy, right? That is like the absolute minimum that your body needs. Is it the optimum amount? No. Okay, so because your body doesn't produce or store it, that's important. There are a lot of animals that produce their own vitamin C, and that's one reason they're so healthy, like Mr. Hope points out. But we don't produce it, and we can't store it. You need daily vitamin C for continued health. The recommended daily amount, again, minimum, is 75 milligrams for women, 90 milligrams for men. If you opt for supplements, avoid taking, I disagree with them here, more than 2,000 milligrams a day. Also keep in mind that while vitamin C might help you recover from a cold quicker, there's no evidence yet that it is effective against the new SARS-CoV-2. Okay, so you're going to hear different things. A good source of vitamin C, I think 2,000 milligrams a day is a good daily amount. You could double that easily for a cold, or for an acute virus, or even other stress need. Okay, so, but citrus. Number two, red bell peppers. If you think citrus fruits have the most vitamin C of any fruit or vegetable, think again. Ounce for ounce, red bell peppers contain almost 3 times as much vitamin C as a Florida orange. So in the pepper, 127 milligrams. In the Florida orange, 45 milligrams. They're also a rich source of beta carotene. Besides boosting your immune system, vitamin C may help you maintain healthy skin. Beta carotene which your body converts into vitamin A, helps to keep your eyes and skin healthy. Number three, broccoli. I love broccoli. Okay, in fact, uh, I won't tell you my broccoli story today, but I got a broccoli story. Broccoli, and I'll just say this: if you are in sub-Saharan Africa for over 2 weeks with nothing green on the landscape that you can eat, you start to have some broccoli. You start to think about broccoli a whole different way. Okay, I'll just leave it like that. Broccoli is supercharged with vitamins and minerals, packed with vitamins A, C, E, as well as fiber and many other antioxidants. Broccoli is one of the healthiest vegetables you can put on your plate, and broccoli is great for keto. The key to keeping its power intact is to cook it as little as possible, or better yet, not at all. Researchers, research has shown that steaming is the best way to keep more nutrients in the food. Okay, number four, you knew this was on the list: garlic. Found in almost every cuisine in the world, it adds a little zing to food. It's a must have for your health. I'm not even going to read the rest of that paragraph. Number five, ginger. Ginger is another ingredient that many turn to after getting sick. May help decrease inflammation, may help reduce a sore throat and inflammatory illness, may help with nausea as well. And the interesting thing about ginger is you can use it in sweet cuisines as well as savory cuisines. Ginger and its cousin, which is just a little further down on the list. What number? Yeah, too far down for my estimation, but it's on the list. You know what I'm going to say: turmeric. All right, we'll talk about that when we get there. Number six, spinach. Popeye, uh, I'm sure he was a ad ad man's creation for marketing spinach, but he hit that one on the head. Spinach has made the list because it's not only rich in vitamin C, it's also packed with numerous antioxidants and beta carotene, which may both increase the infection fighting ability of our immune systems. Similar to broccoli, spinach is healthiest when it's cooked as little as possible so that it retains its nutrients. Interesting. Spinach, uh, well, I'll just read this because we did a call about spinach being an anti-nutrient. Here it is. However, light cooking makes it easier to absorb the vitamin A and allows other nutrients to be released from oxalic acid, an anti-nutrient. So when you eat spinach, raw spinach, you get that feeling on your teeth that's like, the spinach is delicious. Whatever uh, dressing you have on there, delicious. But, oh, your teeth just get this, that's oxalic acid, and that is an anti-nutrient. So steaming it or a light saute in butter, garlic, you know what to do with the spinach. That releases some of the nutrients so that they are more available to us. Don't forget, plants have defense mechanisms. Gluten is a defense mechanism for the plants. So, we have to respect the some of these chemicals in the plants because they have a role and they have an effect on our bodies. Okay, number seven, yogurt. Love it. And look for yogurts that have the phrase live and active cultures. I haven't used my new uh, Instapot Viva for yogurt yet, but it does have a yogurt maker. I can't decide on which culture I want to use first, but I'll be making some yogurt too. Try to get plain yogurts rather than the kind that are flavored with sugar. That's part of the problem. Um, just uh, not using yogurts that have sugar because the sugar is counterproductive to what we're trying to do. Okay, number 8, almonds. Maybe my second favorite nut. Why almonds? Vitamin E, and it's a powerful antioxidant. Um, Almonds are awesome. Number 9, sunflower seeds. I keep them handy. Number 10, turmeric. Okay, we got to talk about turmeric because turmeric, I mean, and we've had several. In fact, we used to have a call every Tuesday. Tuesday was Turmeric Tuesday about the awesome power of turmeric. Uh, and this just like, I can't say anything bad about it because we used to think that turmeric was not bioavailable because so much of its nutrition was locked into the fibrous portion of the turmeric root. Our microbiome loves that stuff and releases the nutrition within. So come on, turmeric. And also, a lot of times turmeric is used along with pepper, which does help to increase its bioavailability. Okay. Number 11, green tea. Now, both green tea and black teas are packed with flavonoids, a type of antioxidant. Where green tea, and this is another thing, plants have their own um, healing system. These are the antioxidants. Where green tea really excels is in its level of epigallocatechin gallate, epigallocatechin gallate, there it is, or EGCG, which is another powerful antioxidant. On studies, EGCG has been shown to enhance immune function. The fermentation process that black tea goes through destroys a lot of the EGCG. Green tea, on the other hand, is steamed and not fermented, so the EGCG is preserved. Interesting point. There are many nutrients that fermentation helps the body to become more to absorb more easily. So sometimes it's good to have a fermented source of nutrition. Okay, number 12, papaya. Love it, but not keto. Definitely, there's no way I can make papaya keto. I'm sorry. No, not even, no. But for all of you who are gluten-free, but not necessarily keto, your papaya, as you know, is filled with enzymes, right? But it's loaded with vitamin C. You can find double the daily recommended amount of vitamin C in a single fruit. Well, that's not hard, but we're going to give it up to the papaya. Also, papayas have a digestive enzyme called papain that has anti-inflammatory effects and has decent amounts of potassium, magnesium, and folate, all of which are beneficial to your overall health. Number 13, kiwi. Again, never going to be on the keto list, sorry. But they naturally are full of essential nutrients, including folate, potassium, vitamin K, vitamin C. Vitamin C boosts white blood cells to fight infection, while kiwi's other nutrients help the rest of your body function properly. Number 14, poultry. When you're sick and you reach for the chicken soup, it's more than just the placebo effect that makes you feel better. The soup may help lower inflammation, which could improve symptoms of a cold. Poultry, such as chicken and turkey, is high in vitamin B6. About 3 ounces of light turkey or chicken meat is nearly contains nearly a third of your daily recommended amount of B6. B6 is also important in many chemical reactions vital to the formation of new and healthy red blood cells. The stock, when you boil the bones, release gelatin, chondroitin, which is really good for your joints. It's good for gut healing, and it's good for immunity. And number 15, shellfish. Shellfish isn't what jumps to mind for many who are trying to boost their immune system, but some types of shellfish are packed with zinc. Zinc doesn't get as much attention as many other vitamins and minerals, but our bodies need it so that our immune systems can function as intended. Varieties of shellfish that are high in zinc include oysters, crab, lobster, mussels. Keep in mind you don't want to have more than the daily recommended amount of zinc in your diet. Uh, 11 milligrams for adult men, 8 milligrams for adult women. Too much zinc can actually inhibit immune system function. Well, we base your dosage of most supplements, particularly minerals, on your body weight. So this is true for many people, but for many people, they definitely need more. More ways to prevent infections. Variety is the key to proper nutrition. Eating just one of these foods won't be enough to fight off the flu or other infections, even if you eat it constantly. Pay attention to serving sizes, recommended daily intake, so you don't get too much of a single vitamin and too little of others. This is the beauty, I think, of some of the nutrition that we recommend is that it's already in uh, proportions that your body needs. So um, when we never uh, we never prescribe, that's the wrong word, we never suggest mega dosing on one supplement by itself. There's a whole spectrum and they work together. So we try to take a very balanced approach in our recommendations on this call. All right. So that's 15 foods that boost the immune system by healthline.com. And I have so many other resources, but I'm not going to tell you, we've got enough. Okay. But I do want to recommend two of our former calls to you. So call number 259 was February 19th in the year 2020. And that call was entitled, Get Your Immune System Ready, with 3 exclamation points. Because we were talking about what was coming back in February. Actually, back in December, we were talking about it, but January and February, we were getting our immune systems together. And then call number 302, we also looked at the immune system. Actually, we had a whole series. I didn't go back far enough. We had an immune system series that if you want to go back to the castle analogy and how the body is like a castle and your immune system is defending the castle. Your innate immunity is like the moat I love that analogy. Okay. That's a previous list of previous group of calls. But call number 302, we talked about when your immune system ages or immunosenescence, the aging of the immune system. All right. So I really enjoyed that topic today, I guess you could tell. And what I would like to do now is maybe open us up to some questions and comments. Hopefully, I see there's one question in the chat. Hopefully you have been stimulated maybe to have some questions you want to ask. There's a way in Zoom that you can raise your hand. I don't see any hands raised right now. Oh, there it is. Juanita, raise your hand. And also asked the question. And that is wonderful. Before we do go there, I'm looking for Mr. Hope.
I'm here.
Wonder, Mr. Hope, if you have any comments.
Yes.
About diet and the immune system.
Yes, absolutely. And God bless you.
maybe hydration, detoxification, and complete
Yeah, right.
nutrition.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Just saying.
Little things here and there, little things here and there. But yes, and I'm so glad that you asked because I was really enjoying your presentation, and it really epitomizes what we are all about here on the Kangen Water Health and Information Call, here on Zoom and live and everything we do to get it out to people. Um, in nutrition, there are other factors, so we want to make sure people are very thorough in their health understanding and what they need. Kangen water is the best water in the world. Yes, we all agree. But you have to eat, yeah,
Mhm.
and you have to get proper nutrition. And sometimes people have really overlooked that. Say, "Oh, I've got Kangen water. I'm good. It's this. It's to that." Yes, it's all that. Um, and I'm glad that you bring the attention of what we need to focus more on out there for eating. Advertisers spend their time advertising to us as to what they want us to eat and be involved in, and that's for their profit needs. But there are certain basics that we all have to have, and if we get to understand what those are, well, then we can really enjoy a healthier lifestyle. Um, and so I'm glad you bring those specifics, as I know as people often raise their hands about nutrition, what's better to eat, what they should be taking into their system, they'll now get more answers. And we talk about supplementation as well, but on top of supplementation, it's a supplement. And of course, you have to have the foundation of food. It makes sure you have a good foundation coming in. So I really appreciate your going over the details of this. And these are the things that make our call now, our Zoom, and I think dynamic, so we can be all things to all people as far as what we need for our health and nutrition. So I thank you for that. Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you, Mr. Hope. And yeah, here's the thing, you can't out supplement a bad diet.
Right. Yes.
And that is why we talk so much about the good food, bad food list in the video, the 12 bad food video.
Mm.
Because if your gut is not healthy, it doesn't matter what source of nutrients you're trying to get, you're not going to absorb them properly. And you
Mm.
may even develop a leaky gut syndrome, which leads to a whole, I'm going to say it again, plethora. That's
Mm.
twice in less than an hour.
Ah.
A whole plethora of consequences, particularly in the immune system, because over 70% of your immune system is in your gut.
Mm.
So we focus not just on the nutrition piece, but of healing, oh, can't use that word, of nourishing and supporting the
Mm.
lining of that wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
and it is a lot of the information that we would have hoped would have been included in the education for in medical schools.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember having a conversation with a doctor. I think he was like, what do you call the doctors that deliver babies?
Obstetrician.
Yeah, he was an obstetrician, and his wife had irritable bowel syndrome. And they were vacationing and visiting in the area where some friends of mine were, and they were the uncle to one of the buddies, and we went to their little cottage where they were staying, and he had made a like meatloaf cheese lasagna, like baked something something.
I
And I
haven't eaten today, so don't get any
sorry,
more descriptive on that thing.
yeah, yeah, but I looked at him and I said, "Your wife has irritable bowel syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna hurt her when you feed her this." You know what this doctor said to me? Ah, what are you talking about? What you eat has nothing to do with your health. I was
Uh,
like, did you even just hear what you said? Now, his nephews were twins, and they were buddies of mine, and they were like, okay, Terrence, because that's their uncle. I said, okay. But that's not right, So they back up on Terrence, it's our uncle.
Back it up, back it up.
Back up. Beep, beep, beep.
But your Mr. Hope people just don't realize.
No, they don't.
And I think a part of it is they don't know how it feels to feel healthy. They just, the body has an amazing capacity to function even when something is awry. And so they think just because they're functioning, they're okay.
Right.
And that, that juice runs out eventually. So, all right. So let us go to the Great Pacific Northwest. Juanita, please unmute yourself. And welcome to the call.
Wow, this new technology is incredible. Thank you, Dr. Lisa, for, I know you've gone through some, I'll say, challenges, opportunities to learn technology as you have. I've known you for a few years now, and you've come a long ways. Thank you. And I know it's because Mr. Hope has encouraged you.
Oh, not really. It was her idea of she's been doing Zoom for a long time. We've just been trying to adapt new things. So, no, Dr. Singletary is savvy. Trust.
Wow. Okay. Well, okay. So I've got a whole list of things here, and I don't see any other hand up, so I'm going to go for it. Thank you, Mr. Hope, for that slide presentation. I love the nature picture. As everybody knows, I'm here in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. And may I announce, because I'm brave and I got my camera on, I just purchased these lovely, they're called crisp, sweet miniature apple. And the variety is called Rock, R-O-C-K, it. And it says that these were rocket apples. 3 pounds was in this container. And they were distributed by Chelan Fresh from Chelan, Washington. So Lake Chelan is right up the river.
I'm not seeing no apples, Juanita.
Oh, I'll turn it around. It's a clear container.
No, your camera's not on.
Uh-oh, hang on. I see myself. Hang on. What do I do? Hit video?
Yeah, in the bottom left corner, hit the video camera.
Okay.
Yeah, here she comes. There you go. Hey, girl.
Okay. So these are the baby apples. They're miniature.
Nice.
And when you eat them, there's actually no.
No, let me tell you something. That's a miniature apple in the state of Washington. In the state of Maryland, that's a normal apple. That's like
where's my regular apples over there? Well, we are the apple capital of the world.
I know.
So we have billions and billions of apples. We've got Adrian on the line. Adrian was asking me questions about Dr. Lisa and Mr. Hope yesterday. And he thought that you two were my upline. And I said, no, yes and no. I mean, we're all one big family here. So Adrian asked, what does Mr. Hope do for a living? Mr. Hope, would you like to answer that?
Mr. Hope is a 6A, going on 6A2 Kangen Water international distributor for Enagic. I thought you knew.
I know that. No. But I told him that you live in Washington, D.C., the Maryland area, and that sometimes you're on a call where, well, I've seen you at your home, but I know that you also work at a business location, and I wasn't sure how to describe that to him.
Well, yeah, I do some contract work at a health facility.
That's what it is. Okay.
Right. So it's kind of aligned in some offshoot way with my health interest, but the major thrust of what I do is Kangen water in about 7 countries: the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, Dubai, Nigeria, Uganda, a little bit in India. So yes, wow. Kangen water, international.
Okay. Well, I wanted to update you guys on my health diagnosis. And last week I was diagnosed with cranial nerve, pinched nerve, maybe one. The doctor says we have 12 of them, my chiropractor, within our head.
Hmm.
And my last visit to him, I've been going 3 times a week now. Um, he told me, there's nothing wrong with you, Juanita. And he's known me for 5, 6 years. He said it's all stress related. He says, move from that home that you're in that landlord that you've been dealing with, um, and you're going to get better. So
Hmm.
lo and behold, my caregiver took me out. And as you guys know, I have a walker for a moment now. And my caregiver took me to go see a room for rent. And I thought, I've got a 2-bedroom house here, God. How am I going to get this stuff into a room? And God said, go. And I've been discussing this housing situation with the real estate investor from LA for several months. So I got to his home, the duplex, and I I could not believe what God did. I cannot believe it. The gentleman has entirely remodeled the inside of this old 1954 home, and he's turned it into 9 bedroom, 2 bath.
That's a lot.
And I'm going, how do 5 people share one bathroom? And he says, we do it all the time in California. You know, you get people that go to work at 6 or 7 or 8, and so they kind of stagger. So anyway, I walked into this beautiful 1 level, no stairs, right? The walker just went right in it. And here I've got garden level. So it takes me a little bit to go up and down the stairs for a moment. But I walked right into this home, completely remodeled with a view that is breathtaking.
Hmm.
And the rooms are itty bitty, you know, kind of for what some people would say. But I'm going to rent 2 of them. And
Uh-huh.
he's actually going to make me the property manager because he knows my background. And of course, you know, the water machine is right there on the top of the list. So I haven't introduced the water to my new landlord who goes by the name of Tony, but I checked the county assessor and he has like a Vietnamese name. And he did not even have me fill out an application.
Hmm.
The only paperwork I did was write him out a check for the first month and the deposit. So thank you all for your prayers.
I love
Now I don't have the walker within, I don't even know where it is right now.
So when are you moving?
I'm moving, we got to get rid of the bed bugs. So the landlord's supposed to come do another application unless I'm trying to get a U-Haul, load up everything in the U-Haul, treat it in the U-Haul, because then the landlord won't be in here for 3 days, which takes a 6-hour treatment, and I won't be displaced again. So Tony said I could move in any day. I paid from the first, but he says if you need to come earlier, then come.
You
So
know, you might consider an air mattress.
I have
And
2
you
air
have
beds. They're
those
air
things
beds, Mr.
are
Hope.
amazing.
I know. Adrian says it as well.
And I got one a few years ago. I don't have them anymore, but I had one some years ago after staying in someone's guest room.
Hmm.
And I mean, my goodness, I mean, I had a dream that I was in some sort of boat surrounded by clouds, and all night long I drifted up into like the troposphere, stratosphere, and maybe almost exosphere, and then slowly came back down by the morning. I mean, I could look out the portals on the boat. Had portal windows, the boat, and I could see coming down through the clouds and then landing somewhere
Wow.
on Earth softly. And I woke up and said, "Oh my God, what was that?"
Well,
That
that's
was
what I told my
air
friend I was
mattress.
going to take that air bed, not an air
Yeah,
mattress, but this
air bed. Yeah, because
air
they are
bed.
like, it was a queen size thing, and
I've
you know,
got one
kind
of
of
each.
Yeah, so you get one of those, then you have to worry about what's going on with the mattresses, you know?
Right. Well, okay. So I told the gentleman about my dream of having an Airbnb,
Mm.
and he's willing to do this with me.
Or you
And
could
he
manage
says,
the property you just moved into and turn it into an Airbnb, which would be more profitable than a rental.
right. And he says, I've stayed at Airbnbs. I never thought about that. He goes, you're blowing my mind, Juanita.
You made them as profitable. Now you're the manager. Look how God's been blessed you.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's
And wait
beautiful.
till you see the view, you guys. I mean, we're talking the Columbia River. You need no air conditioner because you've got the river
Listen,
ions coming
You
next
through
didn't say it right. The
through
time.
the wind.
mighty Columbia River.
It is the
Wow.
mighty. So pack your bags, gang. We're going to have a Kangen water barbecue Cinco de
Well,
Mayo.
the next time you're on the call, be sure you're at that window on the mighty Columbia River. You can show us a video shot of it all.
All
That'll
right.
be-
And
Thank you,
Dr. Lisa,
Juanita.
out of the
Thank you.
15 items that you had listed here, I've got 10 of them on hand. And a prayer request, and I'll end here. My girlfriend Debbie
Yes.
yesterday was diagnosed with, can't even say the word, cancer. And we know what to do. And I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy her all of these. And I'm going to take them up there. And if I have to Perrier them, I will, to get them down her throat, because we will overcome this.
Praise God. We'll pray for her.
Amen.
We'll pray for her. Amen.
Thank
We'll
you.
keep her in
All right.
prayer. Thank you,
All right.
Juanita. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Ooh, we made it through another one, Mr. Hope.
Yes, madam.
So if you found any value from this call today, like us, love us, subscribe to us, go to all, excuse me, all the social medias where we are, which would be, Mr. Hope, can you tell us all the social medias where we are?
Yes. You're going to find us on Kangen Water Nation on Facebook, a Facebook page, Kangen Water Nation USA, Kangen Water Nation UK/Ireland, Kangen Water Dubai. You'll even find us on our personal Facebook pages live. And we also have the new Kangen Water Radio YouTube page. Woo! My goodness. Aren't we rocking? You know, so check us out, see us again. And you know, as that secretary also closes out, I might even share a quick flash page, which I have right here. So if you want information when we're not online, go to our website, kangenwaternation.com. That's kangenwaternation.com. In the United States, 866-526-4368. That's 866-526-4368 USA. If you're overseas, in the United Kingdom, from England to Wales to Scotland to Northern Ireland, 0800-086-9793. That's 0800-086-9793. And if you're in the UAE, United Arab Emirates, you can find us, you know, in Dubai at our Dubai number at 800-0184-589. That's 800-0184-589 in Dubai, country code +971. All right, back to you, Dr. Singletary.
Ooh, well, thank you. We will be here Wednesdays and Saturdays at 1 p.m. On Wednesdays on Dr. Lisa Health Zoom, and Saturday on Kangen Water Radio Zoom. And I will send, especially if you're on my email, I will definitely send out a notice for that. And if you prefer the link, I can send the link for either the invitation with the call information or the call topics logs. And so I will do that upon your request. All right. We love you all. Thank you so much. We will see you on Saturday.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.